you never really heal. It just changes how you respond, and you become much more self-aware when you slow down and you allow yourself the space to hear yourself. And if your inner child is calling out to you and needs a parent, it's time for you to reparent yourself. So let's get started. Hi, my name is April Williams, and I'm here to talk to you about reparenting. Reparenting is a technique that I learned from a therapist when I started to talk about all of the traumas I had in my childhood. Reparenting is not a technique to validate your insecurities, but to supplement where in the emotional, spiritual, and physical support that wasn't available from a parent becomes available to you through your mind as you play out in your imagination a scenario. So let me explain that a little less confusing. So in order for us to heal an aspect of ourself in our childhood, while our parent, be they living or deceased, have mistreated us or abandoned us or neglected or manipulated or used us in our childhood, it's problematic because these two experiences, they clash up against each other. The thing you wanted versus the thing you actually received. How can you give from a cup that doesn't overflow? How can you give where there is nothing there to give? So a lot of us witnessed, at least through other people, the support that they needed or the connection that they needed, or maybe we see people who have actually good relationships with their parents or have both their parents in their lives, and maybe we did not. So in order to balance out that scenario, we do something that I like to call reparenting. So go ahead and pause this video, get yourself comfortable, and I want you to lay back, and I'm going to give you a meditation to use that's actually a therapy technique. And then I want to note that I'm not yet a certified therapist. I may decide to do that. I may not. We'll see how it goes. But I've had enough life experiences and done this enough that I know that it actually does supplement that. This isn't going to magically eradicate all of the other traumas that have been built up in your life. I personally suffered from CPTSD or complex PTSD. There's a lot to heal in that situation. So I have to go back through each scenario and actually heal those instances where I was wrong, where the other person was wrong, where I let my boundaries be crossed, where I didn't even know I didn't have boundaries. And a lot of the abuse that I suffered as a child, I didn't know how to have boundaries because all I wanted to be was accepted, and the fear of abandonment and all kinds of wonderful stuff. And there is some anxiety, from abusive relationships and so on and so forth. But that's something that you never really heal. It just changes how you respond, and you become much more self-aware when you slow down and you allow yourself the space to hear yourself. And if your inner child is calling out to you and needs a parent, it's time for you to reparent yourself. You, as you now, reparenting and loving and holding the space for this child as a caring, nurturing, present parent, guardian, adult figure. We're also going to go through, for those of you who have had, let's say it's a molestation you're dealing with, or rape, we're going to reprogram justice so you can feel supported. However, justice still needs to be brought forward, and that's going to come in multiple forms in the current now reality as the adult. So when you see something, you're going to say something, you're going to advocate for those who have been abused, misused, sexually assaulted, all of these things in your current reality to help stop the process further. But you're also going to go through some visualizations of stopping that person in that moment. Having another adult you come in, having that adult you come in and stopping that person from doing what they did to you. And although you will still carry the actual ramifications of that action in the physical body, your mental body, your emotional body will be able to release its hold on the loop that you have going on in your brain. Because instead of falling into that loop of being victimized and being misused, you're actually going to have the strength within you to say, no, that doesn't happen any longer, not on my watch. And as you shift that energy, it shifts all around you. Same thing as when you shift the energy of being heard as a child and listened to, or being acknowledged, it shifts how you allow yourself to be acknowledged now, allow yourself to be heard now. The thing is about this technique, you need to be vulnerable and real with yourself. To reprogram who you are, and that which you have been rehearsing as your story, making you who you are, and nurture you through the act of reparenting. Take one of the more uncomfortable or heartbreaking moments from your childhood, and I want you to remember it. Take some deep breaths in, slow down. And we're going to reprocess this event. We're going to stop time within your mind, within your body, and how your nervous system is responding to that moment. I'm going to bring in new emotions, new thoughts, clarified and bigger understanding, and process that through that memory. So let's get started. Take a deep breath in, out, just relax. Fill in the upper chest, the belly, and release. Lowering the belly, lowering the chest. Going to see if you have any stiff parts of your body. Take a deep breath in and kind of roll that part to your ankle, or maybe stretch your legs out or hips. You're going to be lying down or sitting up, whatever you prefer. And you're just going to let your body relax. Now, as you release into your relaxation, I want you to start to envision your inner child. Now, where is your inner child sitting inside of you? Does it fill up your whole being? Is it in your gut? Is it in your feet? Is your inner child in your heart, your mind, your throat, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists? No judgment, just observation. Where is your inner child? Breathing in and breathing out. I want you to ask your inner child how they are experiencing this moment. Are they antsy? Are they nervous? Are they excited? Do they want to play? Talk to yourself and say, hey, little me, or hey, little blank, your name. It's me, adult you. And we're going to go back in time and heal some parts of me that are still resistant, that are still hurt, and won't allow me to receive the love, abundance. And I want to give you that support so that you can receive that love, abundance, safety, so you can feel that feeling, and we can grow into our better selves, because I know you deserve it, and I know I deserve it, and we're worthy of it. We've been more than worthy of it this whole time, and I want to heal those parts of you that are afraid to express yourself. So take a walk with your child, your inner you, and take a stroll, take a ride, whatever is most comfortable for you. And you're going to get yourself to a destination. There's a lot of fog and it's a little cloudy. As you inch closer and closer to that destination, you see a door. You stop and the clouds clear, and the door slowly starts to clear and you can see its outline. You and the child say, "This is it, isn't it?" The child is resistant, but you reassure them and say, "I'm here for you." The door creaks open. The child is reluctant to go in still. Take a deep breath in and feel the part of you that is reluctant to go into the experience, to clear it, to heal it. Reassure the child, reassure yourself. Take a deep breath in to those pieces of you that are holding back, that are resisting this moment, reliving this experience and rewriting this experience. Deep breath in, fill the belly, relax, breathe into the space that's tight, breathe out. Nothing can stop you now but you. There are so many ways to heal this. Thank you for choosing you. Look at your inner child and notice that you are the gift. Notice that you are the present moment. And you are also that past moment. Parts of it are still lingering in you. Breathe in the here and now and how it has been a reflection of the past. And now you're changing the past, you're rewriting. Hold your inner child. Love, my sweet little you. Hold you. As long as your child will allow it. Breathe slowly with it. Slow your child's breathing. It's safe. You're safe to do this healing. We're just looking at that experience. We're just analyzing that experience so that I can give you what it is you need to be the best and most present and most open part of you now, in this moment, as an adult. Give the child some moments. Ask the child, is there anything that you need from me to allow us to go in and rewrite this moment? and listen for any answers. When your child says whatever that is, allow you to give it to that child. Maybe it's a hold, maybe it's a hug, maybe it's more reassurance. Maybe it just wanted to be heard. And answer it. I'm here to support us. I'm here to grow you and love you. Because you, my dear, are all there is. When a child is comforted and feels special, then step into the doorway. The fog clears and you're in the memory, you're in the moment. Maybe it was being yelled at, maybe it was some type of physical, sexual assault, maybe it was just being ignored when you needed your parent. Whatever it is, at the pinnacle of emotional stress, I want you to freeze time and see the 3D picture of you, the child, and say, thank you for showing me this moment. Let us heal it together. If something was wrong doing, I want you, as the parent, to say, this was not okay. This was not right, what happened. And stand up for your inner child, whatever the situation is. Be it taking and beating up an assailant, be it pausing and taking the child to the side, saying you are worthy of being heard and acknowledged. Or I'm sorry that they teased you, you didn't need that. No one deserves that, to be called out of their name. Whatever the scenario is, I want you to be there for that child. As you acknowledge what happened to the child, I want you to also acknowledge any defensive mechanisms that have been built up because of it, that still play out or were playing out for you as an adult. Maybe it was you're always told there's not enough money to do something. And how as an adult that has turned into, well, I can't spend money on myself, I'm not worthy of it, or maybe there's not enough, or maybe you won't even let yourself receive opportunities to grow in your wealth or your business. Maybe you're afraid of being seen, or maybe being seen got you abused. And you want to take your power back in this situation for the child. So you are absolutely worthy of money or wealth. We're all deserving of being supported and feeling safe. You're safe now. We are safe. I've got you. Trust that you've got your inner child. Trust that they feel you and listen. And feel your inner child release its anxieties, its built up resentments to you, the adult. What is your inner child doing now that you've acknowledged them? How do they feel? Take a few moments to breathe that in. How does it feel to be validated in your experience? How does it feel to be understood and loved unconditionally? Allow that feeling to grow throughout your whole body, especially the area where you found your child, your inner child. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Reframe the experience as you walk back to the chore with your inner child. Not excusing an external's behavior, but showing them that their lack of self-knowledge, their ignorance, their self-hate, their need for power is why they tried to take it from you. They tried to take it from you. But you, my child, deserve your power back, and you are taking it back now because I love you, because we are worth it, because we are here now. And that will never happen to you again. And now you can see why you've made these choices, why these patterns did set in, but you changing them right now in this moment as both the child and the adult. Be there as your mother, as your father, as your uncle, as your aunt, as your grandparent. You are giving yourself the opportunity to receive and understand and grow from the experience. Honoring yourself both as a child and your power as the adult. Make certain promises to yourself as you step through that door to get back on your journey back into now, walking back. The promise is you will always take care of you. You will always stand up for yourself or those that deserve to be stood up for. You will not let another child go through abuse without saying something or confronting the situation in the time that you experience it. As an adult, as a present adult, you will help others see when they are out of balance, and you will also see when you are out of balance and living from a skewed past experience. Abuse stops now. Self-awareness begins with every breath for all beings. And through your example, let others feel their own self-love and self-worth. The door closes behind you both as you either get in your vehicle or walk down the hall or wherever it is. You float off in your cloud together, getting closer and closer back into the now, letting your inner child relax and be comforted and held by you, letting them release how they need to release, if that's sobbing or laughing or dancing, and let them sink back into you, into your body. Start to gently caress your body, being aware of you, your space, your time, allowing all of you that is sacred to come back into light. Take a deep breath in, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, come back into the now. And now will be a good time to journal your experience. Allow anything that comes to you arise and play. Have fun. Your inner child deserves it. You deserve it. Now's the time. Look at all the work you've done. You deserve a treat. Okay. Love you. Stay blessed, stay golden, and you were made for this golden life. Ciao for now. Every time I try to record. Is that the ice cream man? And see.